Good morning, guys. This is the PLC Mercenaries podcast where we review lots of stuff, including razors. That's right, guys. This is the Bulldog bamboo handle razor, which you can buy from any Walgreens, anywhere in America, close to you, wherever you are. Go right ahead and pick one up. If you need to shave, I'm going to give you my quick review of this particular razor. It works. But I'm also seeing the opportunity to bring that data and start playing with that data using something like a TensorFlow algorithm, or to start figuring out ways. And just like you said, there's value in just evaluating the data for the purpose of determining patterns, seeing it if there's destructive ways that it's running, just simple things like that. We don't know what we can extract from this data until we have it, and that's part of the allure of it. Is until we get it into a system we can actually analyze it, we don't know. So let's talk a little bit about that. If IoT really is focused right now specifically on collecting the data, gathering the data, bringing that stuff into a system, what are those systems, and what are those pieces and frameworks that you really think people should be focused on learning and kind of understanding what they do?
So basically, there is really a wide range of tools and systems that you could actually get the data to. So, for example, okay, so maybe to put it this way, to say most of the platform providers, so eventually that data would have to end on some platform. And what's been happening is that the platform providers have been building tools and systems on top of layered up vertically. But what I actually see happening is a situation whereby all of these systems, all of these platforms are going to disintegrate, and actually we're going to see an evolution of platforms that are specializing on one particular analytics systems. So for example, Microsoft with the Azure platform, they're very good at securing the movement of data from the plant to the cloud. That's like something that they've been doing for a very long time. They've been building Windows embedded, the very secure system. So as far as securely collecting the data from the plant up to the data platforms in cloud, Microsoft is basically leading that with the Azure platform. So, and then once it lands on the cloud or on the Azure platform, there's so many different platforms that you could actually then access that data. For example, the ThingWest platform, I understand they've got a partnership with Microsoft, whereby you could actually get access to the Azure IoT Hub. So Microsoft has got what we call the IoT Hub, which is basically a cloud gateway. It's sort of like a plant-facing system that is actually responsible for collecting all of the data coming from the plant. So it takes care of all the security and all the transport protocols coming from the plant up to the cloud. But as soon as they get it into the cloud, it's now open for all the other different platforms to actually tap into and analyze that. So I would say Microsoft with their Azure system would be a very good platform to look at as far as collecting the data to the cloud securely, right? So that's just on the security part. But when it comes to specifically data mining, there's tools like Splunk. Splunk is also very good for actually then digging into that data and coming up with all the different, like you said, it's most of the people or the professionals, they don't really know what they're looking for. You understand? So like when you go on Google, you don't really know what you're looking for when you're searching for something on Google. You just type what you think you just type something that you are interested in, and then you get a sort of different ways or platforms or website that have got information on that data. So Splunk offers that situation whereby you actually use a search driven interface to actually type in. Let's say you're just looking for a pump or water. You just type in water, and then it will pull up all of the different combinations of water. It like sort of like else to try and find out all the faults that are happening where the keyword water is involved. Understand? So try and generate the insights for you without you having to explicitly ask for a certain type of information. So Splunk is very good with that, with digging into the data. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think, Justin, that's kind of where you know, that's where the Jupyter and the TensorFlow kind of back end starting to data mine those kind of things and looking at finding different patterns, right? That's where IoT really kind of ties into the machine learning aspect, right?
Yeah, I mean, to me, you can't have, I mean, in an industrial sense, you can't have machine learning successfully without IoT, because IoT, at least because you have to have a way to get data. You need to get quality data. You need to get all the data, but it has to be quality information. So because of the way that, you know, like MQTT, for example, the way it works, it kind of allows for you to always get all the information, and you can get it in small pieces, large pieces, whatever you want, but you can get it in a form of like, well, you don't have to worry about so much about losing large pieces of the information across your, you know, stack or whatever. So, I mean, I think now to go back on the IoT thing where he's talking about the things as the end devices or whatever, it's kind of like, you know, in order for, you know, it's kind of like you look at like test and measurement, right? So if I have a test system and I'm testing, like I'm going to use an ESP pump as an example because that's what I'm used to or have been, is that when we test an ESP pump, so we want to get all the information that we can get from the test system in order to determine whether the pump is good or bad. So we're looking at all the pressures, temperatures, flows, all, you know, everything about it. That's kind of what I see if I was to relate it to something as far as machine learning or even IoT. That's what I would relate it to, a test system where you're trying to get any information you can out of that system to sort of, you know, analyze and make some sort of decisions or whatever. So it's kind of like we've gone to the extreme, you know. So for a long time, everyone has defined what information they want to the SCADA system from the control system. And so, but in the end, you might be missing pieces of information. For example, like in oil and gas, whenever someone installs an instrument, they'll calibrate it originally, but after that, it never gets calibrated.